Hello again and welcome to chapter 6 of How to Make a Crisis Out of a Drama, the making of Maverick Theatre. Oh man, I'm only on coffee at the moment. It won't last. Thank you again so much for your kind comments and feedback. I've got to say again, because Joe reminded me, subscribe below. Don't know why. But we're going to carry on with this journal that I wrote, Stream of Consciousness. I've also, I should say, not changed anything. So some of the references in it might be a bit archaic. Well, at least 1997 archaic. When did you last hear about a pager? You're about to. Okay. Wednesday, the 14th of May, 1997. Yippee! John is a lawyer. No, not John Napier. He's a schoolboy, full-time, and probably a very good one. But another John James. He's a lawyer who loves the theatre, has about 16 jobs on the boards of various companies, and has agreed to help us out with a sponsorship of around £1,000, an agreement to circulate our share offer for units in a new play called Strippers, and a mobile phone. Now, the mobile phone might sound a bit of a strange one, but when you're running a company from home, performing elsewhere, the Billesley pub, and trying single-handedly to be the best director, producer in the world, and a writer of international note, a mobile phone's a bloody necessity. This now means we have a pager, and we'll soon have a phone. John J. I pause to wonder why everyone associated with Maverick at the moment is called John, except me. And my girlfriend. Her name's Rebecca. I call her Rebs. If she was called John, I may not have been with her for so long. Anyway, John J. has been telling me he's been wanting to help out for a while, but in spite of the real financial hardship we go through, I didn't feel I could just say, OK, how about £1,000? So I sent him a shopping list of all the things that we really needed, and this was his response, and a bloody good response it is too. I actually still have a mobile phone from my days as a stinking capitalist, but that was so long ago, obviously pre-Maverick, that it's now something of a museum piece. I embarrass myself by hugging him and successfully strive to get drunk. It's not just about the dosh and the phone, you understand. It's a morale thing. The fact that someone actually cares about what we're trying to do makes a massive difference. Oh, and then the reviews appeared the same time next year. Straight reviews. Straight raves, I should say. I like days like these. Thursday, the 15th of May, 1997. I'm in London, feeling guilty about missing the talkback session at the Billesley pub for the same time next year. Now, talkback was something I started a while ago for Shirley Valentine, in fact, in March this year. And it's an opportunity for our audience to quiz me or the director or the actors about, well, anything really, after the show every Thursday. Sue Warhurst, who played Shirley in Shirley Valentine, is a Manchester-based actress. She was blown away by the audience at her talkback sessions. The warmth of the audience and the level of support for what we're trying to achieve with pub theatre remains her fondest memory of Birmingham. Since Shirley Valentine, she's been back to Brum 4 times, and she's coming to see same time next year this week. Her local is now the Billesley. We arranged for some suntan sessions for her while she was rehearsing and performing at Shirley Valentine with Future Son in King's Heath. When she returned to Manchester after Shirley Valentine, people were constantly commenting on how well she looked and had she been on holiday. Sue took great delight in replying she'd just spent a month in Birmingham. I get a bit of grief off John Slater for bailing out on such an important creative night, but I'm doing very grown-up things down the smoke. I'm on a seminar arranged by SALT, that's the Society of London Theatre. They used to be called SWEAT, the Society of West End Theatre. Perhaps a much more appropriate set of initials. Anyway, the seminar is on the role of the Arts Council in commercial touring. The speakers are Greg Ripley-Duggan, who books virtually all the commercial tours for the big boys nationally, Thelma Holt, a commercial producer and a member of the Arts Council. The seminar was oversubscribed, so I was lucky to get a place. It's also held at the SALT offices in Bedford Chambers in Covent Garden in London, and I still feel a thrill at getting off the tube at Leicester Square and walking through the heart of Theatreland to their offices. I don't use the Covent Garden tube, partly because of the lift. I've developed a strange and occasional claustrophobia over the last few months. Stress according to a barroom expert I know, but mainly because the short walk past the Garrick Club, etc., makes me feel more proper. I attended a 4-day seminar for new producers here last October. It was brilliant and scary and made me realise that pub theatre in Birmingham is by no means the end of the road for us. It also included dinner at the Garrick, the oldest theatre club in the world. Completely blew me away. Imagine a working class theatre anorak at the Garrick. After the seminar, I go to the Essex Serpent pub in King Street for a beer with a lovely guy that runs the Millfield Theatre in North London. And we spend a happy couple of hours talking about box office and accounting systems and budgets for pantomime and marketing. That's the only problem with Birmingham. There aren't that many people around me who are in the same boat as I am. Even my close mates who humour me and occasionally buy me beer are not as passionate as I am about what we're trying to do with theatre and the whole of Birmingham. I have to learn to recognise, and I have done, when their eyes glaze over. My girlfriend in London arrives and I realise with horror that the batteries in my message pager have run out. I wish I had that mobile phone. I know John Slater, I'll refer to him as Slater from now on, there's too many Johns. Yeah? Okay. Was going to send me the message about how many people turned up to watch the Thursday performance of Same Time Next Year. It's crucial because we're in our second week of performances and we've not broken even yet. And if we don't break even once, that's it. There's no pot of money to fall back on. But there's not a lot I can do about it now, apart from have another pint and then go for a bite to eat at Joe Allen's restaurant. Rebecca, me bird, is working, and therefore she's paying. Joe Allen's is the theatre restaurant. It's very discreet. It's also very amusing because I walk in with a briefcase and you can see virtually every head in the establishment turn towards us and think, he's got a briefcase. He must be someone in theatre. If only they knew. We end up back at Rebecca's flat near Hammersmith, and tomorrow I'll drive back to Birmingham for the Friday show. I also have to get back by 3 o'clock on Friday because I've borrowed my girlfriend's mother's car and she needs to go shopping. Ha! Some big shot.